Hellbound, Hellraiser II, 1988 follow-up to the original Hellraiser film, first of the many sequels that have come out since. I was told that only the first two movies of the franchise are worth seeing, and the series goes downhill following this one. And I have to say, even Hellraiser 2 was already a noticeable step down for me in terms of quality compared to the first one. The story is a direct sequel to the first movie, which surprised me because honestly I thought that the idea of the cube being passed between different people is perfect for an anthology type series with completely new characters and plots every time. Anyway, Hellbound picks up almost immediately after the conclusion of the first movie. Kirsty is in a mental hospital where a doctor tries to help her process everything, all the crazy stuff that happened. However, it turns out that he has got sinister motives. He is aware of the cube's existence and the hell dimension of the Cenobites, and he intends to access all of that for himself. And in order to do so, he ends up resurrecting Julia, much in the same way that Frank was resurrected in the first movie. And of course, at some point the portal gets opened and the Cenobites show up once more. And as all of that is going on, Kirsty herself is trying to also go to hell to rescue her father. So the story is more complicated than before, and honestly it's also more clunky, especially in the final act. The movie just completely goes off the rails. The character of Tiffany feels largely unnecessary, the Doctor gets really cartoonish, and some of his lines really reminded me of Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin. Cheesy as all fuck. In terms of the themes, the movie is still largely the same combination of erotic desires being the downfall of twisted people and pure cosmic horror embodied by the Cenobites. And some of it works. I liked the flip with Julia becoming the new Frank in essence and sort of mirroring his story now. I like the Cenobites, which are still delightfully creepy. But on the whole, it does feel like a rehash. It doesn't have as much impact as the first time around, purely by virtue of it not being the first time around. We've seen all of this already, so it's not new and fresh. And in technical terms, it's still visibly low budget with rundown locations and campy acting and silly special effects. So to me it's kind of more of the same, but with some of the mystique now being removed and the feeling of retreading the same old ground again. It's not terrible, but it's not particularly good either. It's just a middling movie.